All right, so my personal question is, when do you stop throwing up after you work out? Because I haven't gotten to that point yet.
Well, that could be a lot of reasons. One, you may not be eating right before you exercise. You may not be eating at all before you exercise. You may have not gotten a good enough sleep the night before. It's a lot of factors that play into it, but most of the time what I see when people do that after exercise is mostly from not consuming breakfast. A lot of people think that they're gonna burn more calories or get a harder workout if they don't have breakfast, but here's what happens. Your body needs energy, and the food is a source of energy, and if you don't have energy when you work out, you're gonna hit the wall. No matter how hard or how easy the exercise is, you're not gonna be able to do it. So you're gonna have to have a little bit of something in your system. Preferably, you could have peanut butter, you could have whole wheat piece of toast, you could have egg whites, you could have oatmeal. Something like that is better than not having anything. And the more you do that, then hopefully the less likely you are to do what she said after you work out.
Okay, a couple of other questions. What makes your gym so different? Aren't they all the same?
No. What makes our gym different, I think, is several things. One, it's led by somebody who believes the Lord Jesus Christ is the center of their life. That's first and foremost. Thank you. And I think the things that we do inside of our gym are completely different. Not knocking any other gym around here. They're all great. They all serve their purpose. But there's not another gym in the Inland Empire that combines boxing, kickboxing, personal training, weights, machines, lockers, showers, kids boxing, kids karate, kids jiu-jitsu, in a place where you're going to walk in and feel the Spirit of the Lord has led you. You're not going to have to worry about people wearing crazy outfits and hitting on each other and wearing inappropriate stuff, because we tell people at the door, if we see it, you're out. And we don't have to worry about those things that you guys typically worry about. The other thing is that we're not interested in how much money we can make off of you. If any of you have joined the gym, you guys know that I think, go above and beyond what's expected to give you guys discounts to help motivate you and encourage you. And if we have to work with you financially, we do. Again, another example is if you don't come to the gym within 30 days, well, guess what happens? We're calling you. Hey, Melissa, Scott, where have you been? And not another gym can say that because they cater to the masses. They want everybody to come in, and they hope that you don't show up. Well, that's the opposite of what we want. We don't want you to join and spend $5, $10, $100 and not show up. So we'll call you if you haven't been there in 30 days and see where you've been and hopefully get you back on track and get that motivation that was there when you first started and get you back going again on your workout journey.
All right, they're always telling us we need to stretch before we work out.
Yes.
So why is stretching so important, and should we do it before and after?
Well, that's a good question, and I think that there's a lot of research that you can go either way. My personal opinion is that you want to stretch out after you warmed up. And the way I compare it is this, is that when you go into the freezer and you get out a piece of chicken that's hard, right, it's frozen, and you throw it on the counter, it's really hard, right? After you put it in the oven or you put it in the microwave and defrost it, what happens to it? It starts like this, really hard, and then it softens up. Well, that's the same thing that happens to your muscles. If you just start by exercising right away when you're cold, your muscles are really, really tight. But after you've done a little bit of a warm-up, your muscles start to loosen up, the blood starts flowing, the juices start getting in there, and your muscles start to relax. Then once they relax, you're able to get a deeper and better stretch, which will help you recover from the exercise that you're about to do or that you've just done. So I recommend, stretching right after you've done a light little warm-up.
Great. Okay, a couple more questions. Should I wear a heart rate monitor when I work out?
I don't think there's anything wrong with wearing a heart rate monitor. Some of them, depending on how much they cost, I guess, are more accurate than others. And then also it would depend on what your goal is. If you are in a position where you have to monitor that, then I would say, yes, wear it. But if you're not in a position where you don't have to monitor it, and you're just out there to just enjoy the benefits of exercise, then I think that's okay too.
Okay, one last question. We've been working out, we've been watching what we eat, but there's that place where all of us have gotten to in the past called the dreaded plateau.
Yep.
How do we avoid plateauing?
Okay, the way to avoid a plateau is to not do the same thing all the time. I think a lot of us get into a rut of doing the same exercise, the same way, the same weights, and we don't challenge ourselves. And that's constantly another thing that we're doing when we're walking the floor at the gym. We're looking for people that are constantly doing the treadmill at 3.0. Well, at 3.0, if you've been doing that or you've been walking and it's not challenging to you and it's not hard at the end of the exercise or you're not breathing hard, then you need to step it up. So whether that's running a little bit more, jogging a little bit more, adding a little bit of extra weight, completely switching up your exercises and doing different exercises completely, doing your weights before, your cardio after, your cardio before, your weights after, just whatever to break up the monotonous of doing the same thing for the past however long. And when you do that, then you should break out of a plateau. The last thing with that is you really want to watch what you're eating. If you're in a plateau, then what you're eating can get you out of that plateau and break that spell as well too.
Great, thank you very much, Aaron.
Thank you.
Great
All right.
information.